Hey guys, Blop here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a drill and cyan wisp. Now, onto the tutorial. The materials you will need are the plush patterns, brown and orange Sharpie, yellow Sharpie for the drill wisp, yellow fabric and cyan fabric along with white felt. Then, pins and needles, matching thread, scissors, glue gun, and stuffing. First, cut out your pattern. I'm going to first show you how to make the drill wisp. You should then have all of these pieces. Take two of your tentacle pieces and sew them together all the way around, leaving the straight edge open at the top. Now I will go over how to sew again. To do a blanket stitch, first start off with a stitch at the start. Then move slightly away from that stitch and go straight through the fabric. But then as you pull through, a loop will form in your thread. You will then take your needle and go back through that loop. Then you will have one stitch done. Repeat this all the way around and then tie off your knot. To tie off your knot, take your needle and put it halfway through the fabric. And then take your remaining thread and loop it around the needle. Once you've done that, pull the needle tightly and then your knot is finished. Now a finished tentacle will look like this. Repeat this for the other two. Now that you have these, flip them right side out through the hole you left open. Once you have done that, you will then stuff them. These will be the stuffed tentacles. Now set them to the side. Next, take your two head pieces and sew them together all the way around, leaving a small hole open at the bottom. This will be the result. Then flip it right side out through that hole. Now that you have done that, you can then stuff it. Then, this will be your head. Now, take your thread and do a ladder stitch. To do a ladder stitch, first you will take your thread and go through one side of the fabric like this, and then pull through. Now, you will go to the other side and repeat this until you get to the end of the hole. Once you've gotten to the end, you will then use your needle to press down on the thread and fabric, and then pull tightly to secure the stitch, and then you will tie off a knot. Now, the sewn up head will look like this. Then you will take one of your tentacles and sew it on the center of the bottom where you just stitched. This will be the result. Now, you will take another tentacle and sew it on the side of that tentacle, along with on the bottom of the head. Do this for the other one as well. Then, this will be your result. Now, use yellow Sharpie to draw all three stripes on, along with coloring a little bit in the corner. It will then look like this. And now, you will take your orange Sharpie and draw a big circle in the center of the eyepiece. Then you will have this. Now draw on the pupil with your brown Sharpie. Once you have that, you will take your eye and glue it on the center of your face. And then you will have this. Now cut out a small white circle of fabric and then glue it on the top left corner of the iris, like this. And then, once you have done that, your drill wisp is finished. Now onto Cyan Laser. First you will cut out your pattern. Then you will have all of these pieces. First, take your two base tentacle pieces and sew them together all the way around, leaving a small hole near the top and going a little bit to the back. This is how it will look. Then you will flip it right side out through this hole you left open. Now that you've done that, you can then stuff the tentacle and ladder stitch up that hole that you left open on the back. Then, take two side tentacles and place them on top of each other. Now, sew them together all the way around, leaving a small hole open near the top and extending a bit to the back. Then, you will have this as your result. Now, flip it right side out and stuff it, ladder stitching up the back, and it will look like this. Now, once you have all three tentacles, set them to the side. Now, take your two head pieces and sew them together all the way around on each side, leaving the top and bottom darts open. Then, this will be the result. Next, take your head and place it like this on itself. Then, you will fully stitch up this top dart, and only stitch up half of this bottom dart. Now this is the result. Then, flip it right side out through that hole you left open at the bottom. Now it will look like this. And then you will stuff up this hole you left open and ladder stitch it, and this is the result. Now, take this little part at the top and push it down to where the ladder stitch is at, and then ladder stitch that part so then it looks like this. Now, you will take your base tentacle and sew it in the center of the head at the bottom in the opposite direction of that top spike. Now, you will have this. Next, take your side tentacles and sew them on each side of the base tentacle. Now once they're on, they will look like this. Now, you will take the eyes and draw in the pupil and iris. This will then be the result. Now, you will take 2 white circles and glue them on the corner of each eye. And then, once you've glued those on and glued your eyes on the face, this will be the finished plush. If you made this plush or are planning to, leave a comment down below. Also don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and tell me what character I should make next. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.